Oh la Madonna! 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 Madonna! Oh la Madonna! Oh la Madonna! Oh la Madonna!
Here we are. Ella Madonna. That was why this chapter was called Ella Verona. What happened? What's up, everybody? Good to see you Sunday night. My name is Dr. OC. I'm finally back here. I'm here with the grande Giuseppe Rosito. All the way from Queens. Our friend Giancarlo is not able to join us because he's on parental duty. So from here, we wish him the best. He's just there taking care of his boys.
That's it.
How are you, Pepe?
Shocked.
Here we go. I'm as shocked as you are. Were you? How did you wake up this morning? What was the feeling this morning waking up?
I was prepared for them not to win. I never thought it was, especially given the unfold of the latest news, like that Theo wasn't gonna play, that what's his name wasn't gonna play, Tonali,
yeah.
amongst everybody else missing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I read that Hauge was not feeling well, I'm like, great. I mean, this is going to be a hospital again today. So, yeah, I did wake up. I set up my alarm. Actually, the first thing I do, so I'm playing my Fanta right online on the phone, and I'm looking, okay, what changes? I'm looking at the lineup, and I actually talking about something separate. I was about this. I had Simi from Crotone in my bench, and I said, I need to put this guy because he's going to score against Torino. And I was like, nah, I'm going to leave Blahovic from Fiorentina. And stupid guy scores 2 goals that day. I was like, come on, man.
It was good to see Cosme back, though.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Yeah, he is, whatever it was. See him back in Serie A was nice to see him back.
Yeah, I mean, I did not watch the game, but I'm happy. I'm happy that happened. So, no, it was a good. And then I wake up, I'm like, okay, turn on the TV. And here we go. I'm like, no expectations at all. I saw the lineup. I'm like, hey, Krunic at centroavanti right there. I'm like, trequartista centroavanti. I don't even know what really was the point in. But hey, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. So this is why I wanted to put it out here. So I wanted to get it out to you and tell me what was your take of the game today? What was it? Because you had some things here that I want to bring up.
You heard back in the day, they used to always say "Pazza Inter." I think now, I guess we got that title now because it's Pazzo Milan, because a team that actually has players and is facing weaker teams or teams that we shouldn't struggle with did poorly. A day that we thought we were going to get not our asses handed to us, but definitely not a result that we wanted. And with everything against us, missing a bunch of players. If you look at the forwards, what do we have? We have right back from the WWE and Leao.
Yeah, right back.
I don't know. I know his name is not right back, but
no, I know, but I remember.
I call him right back. So I mean, we had nobody. If we managed to not only win, but literally being just in control from the first minute all the way to the last, Verona never had a chance. Who scores? Krunic. And Dalot, like of all people. So you understand? It's like, I'm just gonna say it's Pazzo Milan. That's what I'm gonna say.
Pazzo Milan. I like I said in the last episode, I was waiting for a 1-1, a very tough tie, and then we go, like you said, we go from minute 1 and we just start dominating, right? And then we start really controlling the game because we did. That was what I was really surprised upon. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I'm looking at it. This is not the same Verona that we played, or is it that we just really nailed it together today and say, okay, we're gonna play. We're light, we're lean, but let's play. And I saw that from the guys. I mean, there was a lot of determination out there. They went out there and they didn't care. It was like, we're gonna play, and makes me think, well, why was it that at the Udinese game Why didn't that happen?
You're asking. Okay, yeah, you just finished saying Pazzo. I can't.
Pazzo.
I can't answer that no more. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. You couldn't script this. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was that maybe they got some bulletin board. Maybe Pioli said, "Listen, you see all these people that said they're saying that you guys are shit, and rightfully so. They've been playing like shit for the last 2 months. So maybe the players say, you know what? Maybe we're gonna get our act together."
Hey, we played with our white shirt today. That's why I'm wearing white tonight. I'm like,
yeah. You need to get a little bit of ketchup sprinkles all over it. So,
oh yeah, I do. I actually have some stuff around here. So, so yeah, man. I mean, it was really nice. It was really again the game was tough. Like any 3 o'clock games with Verona, especially at Verona. But man, I was surprised to see like Kessie was just running all over today. Even Mate for some reason had a really good game. He really like put his stuff together. It's like
all I know is pray to God, and I mean literally pray to whoever God you believe in. If you believe in a God, if you don't, pray to whoever you pray to that Kessie doesn't go down. Because if Kessie goes down,
yeah,
we are fucked. Because that's the only besides Tomori showing again that he belongs there over Romagnoli. The fact that Kessie just played another, Kessie, you can't say nothing about him. You can't say nothing. No one negative thing about him.
No. He had. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I think he's done everything humanly possible to really play. And Calabria also had a wonderful game today. I mean that cross he put into Leão. Yeah. It was just like perfect. I'm like, wow, he had like a fool going on in him, and then Leão, man, I'm like, you gotta bury that, bro. You gotta bury that, bro.
I mean, he wasn't as bad as he was the previous games, Leão, but he's still annoying. I can't until I see more. He's gotta be, I don't know. But you know what? It's like we say in Italy, "O ti mangi questa minestra o ti butti dalla finestra," which means you gotta take what you have. It's either this or nothing. Unfortunately, we have it's slim picking so much that we can't really have anybody else besides Leão up front.
Well, I mean, I wanted to see Roback today. I really why not? Like, give him 10 minutes. Go run. I was just writing in the chat today. I'm like, give this kid 10 minutes and go embarrass Leão. Like, I was really, really ready to roast Leão today. And they didn't want to because, we won, right? And I was like, okay, positive comments. You probably had a decent game. Why not? But I would have put Roback out there 10 minutes. Go run, kid. Go do what you know how to do. And I was thinking also Hauge, but I don't know why he didn't start or why you put Castillejo on top. Still beyond me. He's not ready. But again, these are the games where you got to show up. And
I don't think he wanted to mess it up. I think the fact that we were all together from the very beginning, if you feel like he didn't want to mess up with the mojo of the team, because it's not like Milan just struggled and then they went and started gradually get better. They just were from the first minute. They didn't stop.
I mean, you see that's what I loved about it today. I was like, this is the team that you're running as lean as possible. You're praying nobody gets injured, like you said. You're praying that Kessie is not going down or any. And I did see that Gigio had one of the moments he actually started pulling his groin. I'm like, great, man. Now Gigio's gonna go down. I'm like, we need to get rid of all the medical staff, and thank goodness it wasn't anything.
I think it's got to be some kind of preparation problem. I mean, I understand injuries too, not as many, not all year. Something is wrong. I don't know who you're gonna point the finger at. You want to point it at Pioli? You could point it at whatever you want. The situation is we're here. We can't fire everybody all at once. We got to live with it, unfortunately.
Of course.
Now we got to go to Old Trafford. So.
This is it. This is Thursday is the big game. They won. Was it United won 2-0 against City today? I'm like, wow. Okay. I mean, is this a message or
a very good team?
Yeah, man. They're gonna run, and that's what I'm expecting, that they're gonna come exhausted against Napoli next weekend.
Yeah. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. Winter is coming.
Winter is Game of Thrones buddies. Hey, so what inspired you to wear that shirt today?
Huh?
What inspired you to wear that goalie? I asked you it was Sebastiano Rossi, but it's not. But
I wanted to wear goalkeeper shirts. I was looking at all of them that I have. I was looking for one of the craziest ones. I didn't go with the craziest one that I own, but then I looked at this. I was like, this is cool. Now, this is actually a UEFA Cup match issued. Match won, actually, not match
Match worn.
Match won in the UEFA Cup by Mario Yelpo. Back when the numbers were, you see the number 1?
Yeah.
But this is not, you see how this says Lotto?
Yeah.
Actually a whole sports shirt, which I can't really
I bet it's so hot inside that shirt.
No, not too bad. Actually, it's one of the lighter ones. I mean, it's cool that they have like the grips on the sleeves. But these basically, this was they have a whole sport over here. And because back then the goalie shirts were actually with goalie manufacturer shirts, they used to have, like Milan used to have Lotto, everybody had Lotto, everybody had Kappa, and then either Rouge, or I don't know how to pronounce it,
Rouge.
And Hulsport were the top two goalkeeper jersey specific things. So what they used to do is they had goalie shirt, and all the goalie shirts in the 90s and the 80s were crazy, like with these details.
I think we can go. I remember the guy from Mexico, Jorge Campos, 1994. I have to. I'm gonna...
ones, and they basically used to cover up the sponsor, the brand, and that's what they used to do. So this is a cool, one of the rarest things that I found, and this is one of the UEFA Cup ones because, as you can see, it only has the Opel writing on it. It doesn't have the actual logo, the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Because that's what they used to do. UEFA regulations, you couldn't have the symbol.
You couldn't have any symbols in that time. Oh wow!
Only in the UEFA Cup. Like in the Serie A version of this, it has the thing. That's what it makes it even more of a rare shirt. But this Mario Yelpo, I mean, not many people know Mario Yelpo. Mario Yelpo used to be the backup goalie for Rossi, and he used to come in only for like UEFA Cup games, Coppa Italia games. And this was worn during a UEFA Cup game, which I forgot if it was Rosenborg. I forgot which one it was that they played.
Man, what year was that? 96?
95, 96. Like Frank said, yeah, he actually got it right. 95, 96.
96, yeah, Frank, of course, for the win. Oh man, that's classic. I love this jerseys. I'm trying to pull out here the actual jersey from Campos, which it is just a classic.
I actually have the jersey from what should I call it? From this, because it's on my Instagram. If you guys ever want to check out my Instagram, it's I guess ask a question.
You can follow it on the Curva and just watch one of the tags. But here it is. Here's the Jorge Campos one. Here we go.
Oh,
look at that.
Those are classics. If I wasn't so against buying other national teams except for my own or maybe Holland, I would buy. This is the Curva. Okay.
Ah, nice.
This is the Curva. The Mario Yelpo worn from that.
That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Yeah, we don't want to give the sources where Beppe gets all of these stuff. It's just top secret. It's just top secret, guys.
Exactly. Also, because my wife watches this, and then I'm gonna, I can't buy no more. So.
You get screwed. Oh man, well that's great. That's what I wanted to see. I'm like, what? Did you get inspired? Did you just watch a game? I'm like, because there's something sensitive that I want to bring here. And again, this is not for thin skin people. I have a thin skin. I get sometimes just like offended what my Pepe says, but I get it.
Are you gonna pull out that meme?
I'm gonna bring the meme out, and we're gonna talk about this because this is important. We need to bring this out. We have no filters in here, guys. But a meme was floated around the web, and
by me,
by you. Thank you very much, sir. And it had a lot of explanation that we had to do about our status of Milanisti. Going through the course of a year, some of us are, very. I'm, for example, I'm the hopeful one, but I'm positive. But I have some sense of reality, and I know where our limitations are. But then you got a lot of people that actually are like, oh wow, yeah, we're gonna win the Scudetto. This is it, and I'm like, no. And then you got people like Pepe who are like reality, and it's like, no, it's not gonna happen. So
when we did good, I give the team props.
Of course you do.
It's not like I can be completely negative.
I'm actually going to use it.
I always say I'm not negative. I'm a realist.
You're a realist. No, it's fine. No, the negative is like, yeah, okay, like life is, half.
Just always constantly seeing the worst. Like if I were to tell you as we were winning, that there was always like, oh yeah, they're winning, but
here we go. Right. This is it. This was brought up. Non perdiamo più. Pioli's on fire. Dio Zlatan. This is all of us, right at the beginning. And then we talk about Theo getting terzino della grande storia, grazie Maldini. And then
That was said.
Yeah, and then Salute della Capolista. We were at that stage, right? Milano e Rossonera.
We all sang it.
Yeah. And then rigori tutti, netti siamo I più forti, rosicate guffi. And then, okay, dai rigori, dai. And then there we go. Vabbè, ci può stare un calo, ma siamo ancora I primi.
My God, and I've heard a lot of that.
Okay, and then I think you're gonna have to do a little bit of translation here for people. This is again, guys, whoever's watching. This is the status of our Milanisti, how we were going, and this is kind of into the reality again. Okay, that we're going here. Si sapeva che l'Inter era più forte. Yeah, we knew that Inter was stronger. Poi giocano solo il campionato. Yeah, they're only playing the championship, and that's why they're first. But then here, sempre detto, lottiamo per tornare in Champions. Yeah. And then we put the clown hat. Pepe, you said this. Go for it, man. You have to bring it. You have to bring the reality to this.
I saw that meme on Twitter, but I might as well. And to be honest, all those faces. The original one actually had the guy, which people have seen that before. A regular guy slowly painting his face as a clown.
Yeah.
Now, this is an anti-Milan meme that I found on Twitter. This wasn't a Milanista made this. This was either a Juventino, probably Interista. So this wasn't made by us.
Of course.
When I looked at it, I chuckled because I said to myself, you know what? You can't even get mad because it's so true. It really is. Because you can't really deny in order that everybody has said all those things. And I could just say that just on the one track that I belong to alone, all those things were said, every single one of them. If I really want to be an asshole, and I scroll and I have no time to do nothing, and I scroll back, I'll find every single thing said by whoever it was.
Yeah.
Every single one of those memes, it was all said. So you can't even deny that it wasn't true. It was true. We all said it. We all said Pioli's on fire. We all said the penalties were all legit. I'm the first one to say it. Were we the best? We all knew. The reason why we get no respect, to quote that Rodney Dangerfield, I don't get no respect.
Okay, Rodney, go for it, Rodney.
The reason why we get no respect because at the end of the day, our roster is what it is. I applaud my team, my staff, my general, like the management, this and that, to say, you know what, we're here. We're going to respect that we're here. We're not going to be like everybody else that says, you know what, you guys don't belong here. Just keep doing what you're doing. No, you know what they did? They said, you know what, at the transfer window, we need a forward, we need a midfielder, we need a defender. They went out there and did it. They didn't have to do it. They did it because they said, you know what, we're here now. We should just go for it. Let's go for it, this and that. And I applaud them for that. But eventually, it was going to pull, it lasted 6 months of us staying there every single week without losing it. Eventually, it was going to happen. The problem is, you can't deny, besides the fact that they're not playing the Champions League or Europa League, nobody cared. At the end of the day, nobody cared. They were never going to win it.
They were never going to win it. I mean, the expectation was at least get to round of 16.
For them, actually, this was a blessing because at the end of the day, their real goal was they said they finished 1 point behind Juve, which was bullshit because Juve clinched two games before. So the 1 point was because Juve rested their starters and managed to get closer and closer. But at the end of the year, yes, you're going to look at it, you're going to say, oh, Inter finished 1 point. We were so close. That's what Marotta said. Marotta almost looked at it as like an accomplishment. So I said to myself, you know what? But Inter is so much better. As a roster, though, I'll be honest to you. And people are going to say I'm completely wrong about this.
Go for it.
Anyway, Juve still has the better roster. But you know what's the
they have a huge depth.
Yes, but you know what's the difference between? So does Inter. But you know
Inter has a huge depth, but like Juventus has a real.
The two. You know what's the difference between the two? That you have one coach that has never even coached a PlayStation game. You got the other that, as much as we don't like him, when he comes, and we know this, I don't like the fact that he's a crybaby, but Conte always brings results, no matter where he goes.
Bro, that's the only thing he knows how to win is the Serie A.
Right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He wins. I'll take the Serie A right now.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
Scudetto is a Scudetto. I mean, at the end of the day, we make it look like you're not going to go to the Champions League and win every single year. So what are you going to do? It's either win the Scudetto or win nothing. I'd rather win something.
Oh, I want to win something too.
Inter's going to end up winning it. I really hope they don't. And I've gotten grief from people saying, because I'm rooting for Juve to make a comeback. Because if we're not going to do it.
Are you seriously making a rooting for Juve to come back? Really?
If we can do it, obviously.
Well, we showed today when we could do something.
What could we do?
Well, look at what we did. We were running lead. I mean, again. This is.
Are you back on the Scudetto?
No, I'm not back in the Scudetto bus. I'm not. I have not been in the Scudetto bus. I have been on like, whoa, we have something really special. Yes, I think we could do something.
Should always try. However, the teams that are equipped. I know that we get disrespect. We don't like the ESPN put Juve and Inter in the.
I have the picture right there. I should bring it up.
Okay, so I know that you don't like that, and it is disgusting. But you know what? Though they're not really wrong. They know that the two rosters equipped to do this are those two. Okay, so now let's assume that we're just there to make the Champions League, right? Right? That's what everybody's saying, right? We're here to make the Champions League. So now, Juve and Inter, for me, are the two contenders. I understand that Juve is far away. Juve still has to make up that game. Let's assume that tomorrow Inter ties. Inter doesn't win.
I'm hoping Atalanta wins. I mean, guys, I'm an Atalanta guy. I never hate.
No. You know what's better for us?
What?
A tie. Because because we gain 2 points on each one of them. You're not afraid of Atalanta?
Oh, I'm very afraid of Atalanta. I hate those fuckers.
Creeping up. Okay, so I'd rather have Inter. I understand you say lose, but we're not. Don't look at chasing Inter. Look at the fact that you gain 2 points out of both of them instead of getting 3 points out of one.
Andiamo. Let's look at the table. Make some math here.
I believe they're in fifth, if I'm not wrong.
Let's put the table here. Let's put it into perspective, right? This is where they are. Okay?
Yeah, Atalanta's in fifth. Okay. Atalanta's in fifth.
I mean, to me, I want to close the gap because this is what Oscar thinks, that we need to close the gap with Inter so we still have a shot, right? I'm thinking we can still do it. We can still do it. I want to be positive. However, do you really prefer Juventus just starting to creep up and saying, let's start thinking about sliding to third? What happened last time when we talked about this? Well, all of a sudden it's going to be like the third and the fourth place is going to be.
Listen, second or fourth gets you in the same exact spot in the Champions League.
Yeah, of course.
If there was preliminaries, like the playoff, then I would say, you know what? Of course, I don't want to go do the preparation 3 weeks before just to start the thing. It's a big difference. But because now, unless you win the Scudetto, the second place team gains nothing over the fourth place team. So who cares? But you got to get there. What is it? Are you going to say to people, oh, you came in fourth, I came in second. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
We have the Champions League. But I care that I don't want to see Inter because Inter are our rivals. So is Juve, but Inter are our rivals. You just imagine Conte and all the Inter fans after Juve dominated all these years. Yeah. We're immune to Juve winning. Juve winning the Scudetto is like a normal recurrence. Who cares? But Inter winning is a big deal. And I don't care how they did it. There is no asterisk. Oh, because they won because they didn't make the champion. They didn't play Champions League. Nobody cares. There is no asterisk. They're out. They won. They're going to win. That's it. But you were winning. Yes, they're going to win 10 in a row. Who cares? it's almost like, you know what bothers Juve fans now? Winning the Scudetto, winning the Champions League. That's when we root for Juve.
Yeah, the Champions League. Yeah, that's
yes.
They have a big game versus Porto. They have a big game versus Porto that they're down. They're completely down. So let's say here's a hypothetical.
I hope they get eliminated. Number one, because I don't want to ever win that cup in my lifetime. And number two, because now they're going to have nothing else to do, like Inter, and they could make the comeback. This is not me rooting for Juve. This is me trying to pick my poison. What do I want? If we can win it, what do I want? Nobody else is winning the Scudetto.
Man, boy, but it's going to be tough. I mean, look, Juventus is 7 points behind. Okay?
With a game in hand. Okay.
With a game in hand. Well, are we counting the Napoli game, which I don't even know when is it going to get played? Is it going to get played I don't know.
Soon.
Whenever. Madai. So here we go. So what do we want? Like, are we gonna say, well, we're gonna start continue that slippery slope going into that?
We're gonna do our part. Teams will pace us whether we like it or not. If they're gonna pace us, they're gonna pace us regardless. So what I'm saying is, we got to do our part. I'm just hoping, because we got to be realistic. If we can win, obviously in a perfect world, I want the Scudetto too. I want number 19 as well. But I'm saying, if we can't win it, my pick is between the two, because Atalanta's not winning it, Napoli's not winning it, Roma's not winning it. Between the two, I'd rather have Juve win it again. You know why? Because, I mean, after 9 years in a row, does it really matter that Juve won another Scudetto? Does it really matter?
No, of course not.
Winning it would be like, oh, look, finally, the breath of fresh air. Who dethroned Juve? It's not us. It's going to be them. You'll never hear the end of it, especially on a team from Conte, the way he is and the way they've been, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean it makes you. I think about it, right? I don't want them to win. I'm just saying, do we have? You know, I'm getting. I want to get a plain devil's advocate, get it on the Scudetto bandwagon. Well, I don't want to lose it. I think we can still do it. I think we can still have a shot. And I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay. Well, now we depend on a big Atalanta win tomorrow, which could happen. Okay, it could happen. I don't know if it's gonna be.
I'd rather have Atalanta get out of there. That fifth place is what we have to avoid.
That's what I'm trying to avoid by all costs.
We don't have to look at catching that black and blue team on top of us. We have to look at the black and blue team that could come up and take that switch the spots with us. That's the way I'm trying to rationalize this, to think about this.
Do you think Roma steps out? Because I think Roma is that one that is.
I don't know. Roma is dangerous, though. Roma is dangerous. I'm more afraid of Roma than I am of Napoli. Napoli won today. But Napoli's like a ticking time bomb. Napoli, you can't really ever trust them to do anything, because Napoli will win against the Manchester United, and then they'll lose against Avellino. That's the way they are.
Juve Stabia.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Well, that's what we're seeing out there. Look, actually, there's a really good comment that came here from Stefano Marsala here. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to display this. I agree with Beppe. I hope that Milan will win the Scudetto, but with the depth that Inter and Juve have, I don't think it's possible for Milan to get past Inter anymore.
See, people got a brain. They realize these things. Yeah.
I mean, I say, well, what is looking next for us, right? What's next for us? We got Manchester, of course, and we got Napoli, and then we go Manchester again, and we got Fiorentina and Sampdoria. That's what's coming up till April.
Can you click on that Danny fellow over here?
Yeah, Danny.
I want to respond.
Hey, Danny, nice to meet you, man. As a fan, I care about my team, but if Juve or Inter wins, does that change the progress and our development? This is being haters, not being fans.
Wait, okay.
Okay,
Mr. Danny, being haters. Let me explain something to you. We're talking hypothetical.
Listen to me. Listen to Beppe.
Finish saying to him, hypothetically, because we can't win it. We worry about ourselves. Our goal, isn't that what everybody's saying? Our goal is to win to be in the Champions League. Okay, let's worry about getting to the Champions League. Anything extra, we'll still strive for. We'll try to do that. Okay, we're talking about right now. Okay, if we can win the Scudetto, it's like us saying, so why don't we root against Juve when they play in the Champions League? What does that do for us? Because we're haters. Welcome to the world. Everybody's a hater. You hate Inter. You hate this. Yes, worry about being consistent. You're telling me I'm the first one preaching about being consistent.
That's right.
And that's the problem. Right. That's why I'm so. Everybody says I'm so negative because when this team wins, they follow it up with 3 ties.
Debbie Downer.
We're talking hypothetical. That's all we're talking about between the two. But if you ever watch, I mean, I know you probably never watched this, but if you watch and you know the way I speak about Milan, I speak about the fact that lately, the last 2 months, we haven't been consistent. That's our biggest problem.
Yeah.
That's what you have to worry about. And I understand that. Right now, this was a sidebar. We were talking about, I don't want Inter to win. Period. That's all I said. Sidebar closed. This is not about me now worrying about Milan's results because I'm so much more worried about Juve catching Inter. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, sidebar closed.
Sidebar closed. So let me tell you, Beppe, Inter's got Atalanta, and then they have it, I want to say, quote-unquote, easy. They have Sassuolo, have Bologna, Cagliari.
Scansuolo, not Sassuolo.
Scansuolo, yeah, but Juventus B, like how I like to call it, because they're Juve B. They just forget about it. And they have Napoli somewhere in April. I mean, you think about this, and it's like they should win all of these games. With the squad that they have, they don't have any other responsibilities. They have Sassuolo, Bologna, Cagliari, and then Napoli.
That's, what's funny? They'll probably lose to Cagliari if they even lose points. If they even lose points, the way Inter is. But right now, Inter's not stopping. Inter's got the players that they have. They're going. Everybody is stepping up. Even Sanchez is scoring goals.
No.
The next man up for them. Right now, they're just, you're not stopping them. So I don't know if, but that's why I'm saying, we have to worry about keep making up points because we probably could be still in first place today. But when you lose points to Spezia, when you lose points to Udinese, you get out of that conversation. You don't deserve to be in that conversation anymore because you want to get, like right now, if Milan had that schedule right now with all those teams, I guarantee you, we don't win all
2 to 3 ties. That would be my bet.
Because you struggle with Sassuolo, probably struggle against Napoli. Cagliari, who knows? Because Cagliari will manage, even though they're fighting for their lives, will manage to give us trouble. But with Inter goes there, and you say to yourself, how the hell they close games within 15 minutes? That team, the Inter team that got eliminated a couple of months ago, is gone. The same way that team that we used to win all these games, even with people on COVID, with people hurt, with people. See, this is what I mean. The problem is this team right now is so. It's crazy because you would have thought this team was supposed to lose today. At least lose points. Instead, they didn't. You can't explain it no more because you see what I mean when I'm saying.
It's the expectation.
No, besides expectation, you see how everybody says, "Oh." Everybody already had their excuses ready. We lost because it's true though.
Yeah,
because I read them. We're gonna lose because we're missing 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how many people were missing. You saw our the roster call up. It was laughable. You go like, what the hell is anybody like? You almost got frustrated because you go like, how the hell do you can't really. You say to yourself, you know what? You almost get the white flag and say, listen, we give up. I mean, we're playing with nobody. Even this morning, not Teo, not Tonali. You have Ibra singing with Amadeo.
So you had in the bench, you had the 2 keepers, Kjaer, Kalulu, Gabbia, Tonali, Robak, Diaz, and Hauge. That's all we had.
Yes.
I mean, imagine if Kessie would have gone down again, like you said.
But then you do performances like this, and you say to yourself, all those are excuses. Because if you're playing 11 against 11, we're supposed to be a little bit better than Verona. So go there, play your game. Don't go assuming that play your game. Now there's somebody that actually told me, it's like, maybe the fact that Ibra is not there, maybe Ibra gives too much.
Ibra had a great time in Sanremo this week.
Yeah, I completely I completely avoided that fucking.
That was such.
I haven't watched. I have heard about it. I heard about the Sinisa thing, but I didn't watch it. But he saved himself a big bullet. The fact that he got hurt, he got to go there with less of a problem. Because if he was still playing and he had to do this back and forth, it would have been, and we would have lost. There would have been a big problem with that.
Wait, I think he was at the stadium today, right?
He was.
That's what I read.
He would have done that. He would have done that, obviously, regardless, even if he would have played. He would have played against Udinese, and then he would have came. He would have came back. He would have had to do that. But that would have been comical. If you go to Sanremo and you skip the game because you got to be at Sanremo, then for real, you would have seen people with pitchforks in Sanremo.
Oh my goodness!
So
no, I saw it. But listen, what if we beat Manchester this week? Because I think
it could happen.
It could happen.
But it could happen. You know why? Just because crazy shit happens. Not because I believe it's gonna happen.
I don't believe either. I think we're gonna get totaled the first game. It's gonna be over. The first game is
like I just said before, winter is coming.
See, we're not being Debbie Downers, guys. It's just this is the way it is.
Listen, that team we played against Verona with a bunch of people. Those same people that we're missing
are gonna be missing on Thursday.
These same people that are missing right now are going to be missing at Old Trafford. Who's coming back for Old Trafford?
Nobody. I don't know. Theo? Maybe.
Okay, maybe Theo comes back. But that team is a little bit better than us. I'm saying a little bit just to make people calm down.
But remember, it's the pace of the English Football League. These guys are like running. I mean, I see Tomori. To me, Tomori is like kind of like the pillar right there, and he's like flying. I mean, look how he played today. He played a few games behind. Tomori, he was just great.
Tomori showed that he has to be there every single time.
He's gonna have to start on Thursday.
You can't deny it. He's gonna be every single time.
Yeah, we cannot put. In my opinion, you can't put Akayer, as great as he is. I don't think he needs to play that game against Manchester. I don't think that's his thing. They're gonna run all over him.
You also gotta think smart. Because you put all your eggs in your basket, and you try to play your game at Old Trafford. Don't forget, then you gotta go and play Napoli. So you gotta think about that too. You're playing on Thursday, then you gotta play Napoli on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday because if you play Thursday, you can't play Saturday.
No, it's on Sunday. And it's at home. I mean, if we want to call it home advantage, but I don't see it anymore.
No, there is no more of that. So
I actually read that. I was reading somewhere online that Bakayoko, talking about Napoli, that Bakayoko is gone after the season. They don't want to keep him. ADL doesn't want to keep him anymore.
Okay. Go back to where was he?
Is it Chelsea or something like that?
Go back to London.
I mean, I was one of them. I wanted him back on the team.
I'm still annoyed at him. I'm still annoyed at him about what happened with Gattuso a couple of years ago.
And look, and he's full circle. That's his coach, and he starts them all the time.
Right. I mean, I know things happen, but I'm still annoyed because at that time, your coach called you to come in, and you refuse. You play like the little, stuff like that. We don't need players like that.
I would love to have him back, man. I mean, if you ask me him or Mate, him every day. But of course, the salaries and stuff like that. I had mixed emotions with that.
If we make Champions League, hopefully we do make Champions League. We're gonna need players to play in the Champions League. Not these type of players. We need. That's why I'm hoping just for that. Like 2 years ago when we missed the Champions League at one point, you realize how the pendulum swung that day. When that day that we were in fourth place for what 30-40 minutes.
It was a 30-40 minutes. That's right.
When we were there, that thing would have changed because then you start approaching you approach the market with a different mentality. You see the way the team went out and bought 3 players in January. If we were in 5th place, we would have never bought these players.
No, I don't think so. And then, again, we had an exodus of teams, of players going too that we really needed to get rid of, like the Duartes and the Musakios and all that stuff. They had to go because
cut the fat.
Cut the fat because they're useless, right? But again, here we are. I do believe in the management. I think they got something right. They have something right going for the team. I mean,
oh, that was a good response. I actually applaud. Like I said, I applaud them because you actually showed me that you gave a shit. You actually told me that you were aware of the position that we were in. So if we make Champions League, of course, if we make Champions League, you have to surround yourself with Champions League players. Does that mean you're going to buy 10 Champions League players? No, but you got to make some smart additions and subtract.
No, we have to play like you said earlier. I think it makes me think more in the realistic side. We have to play to avoid losing fourth place. It's fine if we go third. It's fine if we stay fourth. We should not go below fourth, and that's really our game right now. But now it becomes a question, and this is where I want to see that again. It's not because of today, because we bounced back and we won. It's I want to see really the performance against United. Let's say we win. Let's say we have a shot. I mean, again, I want to say, okay, we win. We keep moving in that competition. Now, where is the pendulum is going to start swinging? Because again, it's a small chance, but it's there. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want it to happen. Imagine we go in quarterfinals, the next round that we get there. I mean, what the heck?
As crazy as this sounds, even though you have to play for fourth place because fourth place is your safety net at this point.
Yeah.
My goal, as much as people are going to be against this, my goal is because we never won that cup. I would love to have the UEFA Cup. I'm still going to call it UEFA Cup. I'm not calling it
it's Europa League.
Cazzo, Europa League. I would love to have that. But realistically, we're hitting a brick wall. I mean, I understand the ball is round. Everything is possible. I understand. But sometimes you got to understand also that in Milan, if this was the Milan of the fall, I would tell you, you know what? We could definitely play against Manchester United.
The 2020 Milan. The one that was like just no fear.
Not even the one post-COVID. The one that from the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
But this is a different, not only is a different team as far as injuries, it's a different team mentally. This team is not what it was. So, I mean, Stefano is asking a question that this is very.
Wait, I'm saving it. I just wanted to complete the circle here. Yeah. Number one, guys, people, just here's the propaganda part. Get Twitter, Instagram, follow us there. We just need you hear your comments, subscribe, do all that good stuff. What are you doing? Oh yeah, it's right there for me. It's right there for me. So yeah, subscribe, follow us. So let's see. Let's look at the comment. It's actually a great question. What are your thoughts on Donnarumma, who may be leaving this summer for free? My opinion, he's not leaving. He's not fucking leaving.
I want to believe he's staying, and he better stay, just because he's the only. I tell you right now, on that team, I could eliminate out of 24 players. I'm just throwing a stupid number. 24 players, I would eliminate 23 of them. I will not eliminate Gigi. That's my one. That's my right here. Out of all of them, he's the only one that I really, really care about. If they let him go, I mean, granted, you're not negotiating with a normal person. You're negotiating with a motherfucker known as Mino Raiola. So.
Sorry, Mino. I mean, sorry. We have opinions about you. If you ever watch this videos, you watch it, dude. You're a motherfucker.
He's never gonna watch it, but if he does, there's a very famous picture of him in Ibra doing this. So guess what, Mino?
Heck yeah. Yeah. Do you ever read that the book from Zlatan? Did you ever read it?
No.
Dude, you actually need to read that book. I remember my friend Paulo, a good friend of mine, recommended it to me, and I read it, and he's like, I told him I'm not one of these fan books. It's like, dude, you're gonna read it and you're gonna be hooked. And I can tell you guys, that book really had me. I mean, I was watching the documentary also on Amazon Prime. They have like Becoming Zlatan too. That's also very interesting. If you watch it, man, it's just the early stages when Zlatan was going from Malmö to Ajax.
Well, I've seen a documentary on him. I just never. I was showing all these things, but I never actually read the book. But I've seen it.
No, the book. I think the book is called I Am Zlatan. That's the name of the book.
And passing on the tryout with Arsenal, because he says Zlatan doesn't do tryouts and all that.
Yeah, no, I remember, but dude, there are some things in there. Like if you read it, he's so talking about Mino, right?
Mhm.
And then he's like, "Yo, you fuck off," and then they're going at each other, and I'm like, "Whoa!" I mean, that's the relationship that they have with each other. It's pretty heated. So yeah, we're dealing with Mino. I remember when Mirabelli he did not want to deal. Remember that? I was just like, yeah, Gigi's leaving, and now he's kicking all.
He just signed on his own. You know that. You remember that, right? He just
Sorry?
signed on his own with the last contract.
Oh, he was on his own.
Because he stormed out and he ended up signing on his own. Not that he left Mino, but he signed on his own. Because like at that moment they were had their own issues. He ended up signing, and that but we gained his brother out of it too.
Well, I mean, look, Haaland signed him as a agent. Haaland's agent is Mino.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge saying that because I don't know what you're trying to imply by that.
No, I'm just saying I'm not saying he's coming. I'm not saying that. My implication with this is anybody that wants to deal with, I want to call it developing prospects, like hot prospects, or like they all go to him. So you have to learn how to deal with the necessary evil from the market. You got to learn how to play the game.
I understand. Problem is, he's such a scumbag. They go to him. You know why? Because he gets them paid.
Why? I was going to say, why? Oh, because he gets them paid?
Yeah, he gets them. He's a Scott Boras. If anybody knows American sports, he's a Scott Boras of soccer. That's what he is. Basically, there's nothing.
So if he's a Scott Boras, what's Georgia Mendes?
George Mendes?
Gordon Gekko?
Maybe. I just out of the extremes of both. George Mendes is good. Is good, but Rayola's getting Raiola, he's got a different attitude. He's got a different cachet with him. So
hey, he owns part of Wolverhampton. That's why I call him George Mendes FC. All his players are going out there, except for Cutrone. You know, dude, I bought his jersey. I have it somewhere there. That was the one jersey of a Milanista that I really truly believed that it was gonna be like, okay, you know, go to another team. You probably be some success, have some success. Poor kid, man. He's playing at Valencia, and Valencia is playing in Spain for avoiding relegation. Like that's how bad it is in Spain.
I mean, this year, have you seen like what's going on in the Premier League too?
What's going on?
Liverpool.
Oh my God!
What are they falling from grace? They lost.
Oh no! What are they, like 6 right now or something like that? I read that.
They went, and people are calling for Klopp's
eighth.
Yeah, they're calling for his head. Somebody made a joke, and they said, "Oh
my God!"
The best thing is like an American playoff type of joke. They go like this: "Oh, Liverpool is about to be the most dangerous 8th seed going into the playoffs." Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
But you know, Liverpool at the end of the day, you know what? They got their Premier League finally, their first Premiership. Because ever since it was called Premiership, they never won it until last year, and they got the Champions League. Klopp did what he did. Now people want to get rid of Klopp after all those years. I mean, after all those victories, you know what? We'll take him on Milan.
I'll take him.
I don't care. I'm sorry. Pioli did what he did. I'm happy. I appreciate it. But I got guys available.
Grazie mille.
That's it. Goodbye.
Un bacio in la testa, un bacio aquí. It's like, yeah.
That's it.
Oh man, no, wow, yeah, I will take him any time. But just going back to that is the Mino story. These are the teams you gotta deal with. These guys, they're just a monopoly in the market. So, I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm actually looking at one comment here that Danny put here. It was actually a good comment. As much as Milan needs Ibra in Spogliatoio, does he hold back the development of younger players like Leao and others? I don't think so.
If anything, he was helping Leao.
I don't think so.
He was helping Leao. Leao looked up to him. But you know what though? Ibra the players should actually be inspired by the fact that he's so competitive, he's so driven, he's so he makes you. Maybe he's intimidating to somebody the old. Maybe that's what he meant. He could be intimidating. Maybe some players cannot just because Ibe don't take shit from nobody.
Of course not. I mean, you remember his face walking in that Roma pitch last week? He was just very well damn focused. So I don't think so. I mean,
Mauricio just hit it right on the head.
Oh, no, this is great.
No, Mauricio just hit it because he's a lazy fuck. That's what he is. Because he's got shots of being a good player.
Mbaye Niang 2.0. Yeah, that's it.
And he's got the talent. Yes, he's a little bit better than Niang. But you know what, though? The fact that he's so lazy and the fact that he disappears, we talked about consistency. He doesn't know what the word consistency means, because you play 1 or 2 good games and you follow them with 5-6 games that we don't even know if you're on the field. You're walking.
Well, I mean, we saw him walking last game, right, against Udinese. Yeah. He was just walking.
What are you going to do? You're going to take him out? What are you going to put?
I told you. To me, if I had been Pioli and I see it, I mean, I know the situation. Again, you don't know what things are inside. I just see it from here. I put Roback out there, give him 10 minutes and say, hey, kid, show me what you got. Run. Go at it.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Besides the fact that Maldini's not around, the kid.
Yeah.
But how much do we, given all the injuries, how much do we regret giving Colombo alone? Not because he was good, because Colombo, sure, he was okay, but then he started being a little bit more.
So how is he doing at Cremonese? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't
really keep up with this. Serie B, I try to watch a little bit. Serie C too, but I haven't really kept up with him or Plizzari, all these players that we have around. But Colombo, just as far as like a game, like a situation like today. You have Roback there, but why can't you have, you would have Colombo there too. I understand you can't have, you say all these players.
There you go. There you want. I just pulled them on. Senza rete. Nothing yet. He's had some minutes.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do. Some players need to have the experience. I understand. The problem is you can't keep anybody. But then look what happens I would love to get an idea how many injuries we had from the beginning of the season to on.
I don't think
there's one player that gone out for injury, either injury or COVID.
I want to ask you the right question. When was the last time that we played with a full gala 11?
I don't think we played all year. I think every single game we haven't had the same starting lineup. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that for one thing or another, somebody was always missing.
To me, the one that has been hurting the most is Benacer. To me, right now, at our team, Benacer is the one that really hurts me the most. So that kid is an engine.
Yeah, well, he's him amongst other players too. I mean, Benacer is also, him missing is a big deal. Everybody, because you know what it is. Everybody complements each other.
Right, of course.
So, but then, like I said, you better pray to God that doesn't happen to Kessie, because Kessie has been the only constant, and maybe he's the one that how you call it. He hasn't, but I think he's been out too. I don't know if
he's been out. He's been out a few games.
Yeah, I mean,
40. Stefan is saying we've had 46 injuries all season long. Thank you very much for that stat. I'm not a stat person. Again, I'm just for fun. But wow.
It makes sense because it's been crazy.
Thanks, man. Grazie. It's absolutely nuts. But so I brought this up today in the chat, and I'm like, this again, going back to the point, it's like, dude, I mean, what's going on again with our medical staff? Like, we need to fire everybody, me ranting. But really, there's, take the COVID portion out, okay? Take all the COVID portion out. All the injuries we're getting is muscular. It's muscular injuries. I mean, yeah, of course, the one that Gabia had was kind of like, okay, he had a concussion. It was really just tough. But, okay, after that, everything has been just bad prep. But, of course, Inter does not get any injuries. They don't get any injuries. All of them are healthy.
Well, at the beginning of the year, they had people with COVID. I remember at one point they had, I don't know how many people missing. Just you know what it is? And I said this last time, too. Every year, we usually start slow. All our problems happen in the beginning, and then we're so far down that we're playing catch up, and we just never make it because we have so much to climb up that we never make it because even though we have a great second half of the season, we put ourselves in such a big hole we can never make it up. This year was the other way around. This year what we did was start in unreal, and then slowly but surely. Even though I'm talking about a team that right now is in second place, I know it sounds ludicrous what I'm saying because I'm talking to people that hear me talk right now. They think I'm talking about a team in eighth place. I understand we're in second place, but you know what sucks? The fact that this year we don't have that 10 to 12 point gap between like our third or fourth place team.
We
got some breathing room. If anything like this happens with all these injuries and we're bound to drop points, it's not going to be as bad because we have a little bit of a cushion. We don't have that cushion. So every single game is vital. And when I mean vital, I don't mean no ties either. You need the 3 points because all it takes is to drop 2 or 3 games. And what I mean by drop, it would just be you dropping those 2 points. Those 2 or 3 games make you just drop because you're like what 2-3 points away from each other.
Yeah, no, it's really even. It's talking to my cousins and they're Juventini. And I'm like, yeah, it's actually a good campeonato this year. It's a really good campeonato. It's been interesting. I'm happy Milan's built and all these things, but it's just kept it alive. And I think it's just bringing back some of the appeal that it had before because I don't know, also looking at the news that, everybody's changing rights and all that stuff and viewership. I mean, I don't keep up with the La Liga anymore, but what I keep up with is like everybody that plays Barcelona is in shambles. They lose. I mean, it's just bad. I mean, there's only 3 teams out there. So, I mean, I think Serie A is starting to really gain back what it used to be, maybe at a different level, a different perception. But man, I remember growing. This is why I love our team because I grew up watching that and it was amazing. So I hope we get back. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to put this last comment here. Here we go. If Juve wins the game with Napoli for that missing, they go 1 point behind us. Like we were saying. I mean, Pepe made a really good point. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I'm being optimistic. We still can do it, but at the same time, I don't want to see Inter winning. I would hate that with a passion. So Pepe.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
They're right there. You can. It's not like they're so much further away from us. They're right there. Teams are just right behind us. So we just got to keep doing our part. We got to do our. We got to take care of our business. Just keep doing it. Keep holding on as much as we can. Hopefully, we get that mojo back that we had. Hopefully, it wasn't just a fluke in this last 6 months, and we actually are good. And then in the meantime, guys keep coming back from injuries, and we could manage to finally, after I don't know how many years it's been that we've been missing the Champions League, but we finally get back there. Yeah. And I think that's one step closer to Milan coming back because once you get to the Champions League, your roster changes, the level goes higher again. That's what happened with Spalletti and Inter. Spalletti and Inter, actually, people all praise Conte right now, but Conte found the team already sort of whatever. Spalletti is the one that actually got them to the Champions League. Then they got their extra players. Then they got and things started happening for them once they made the Champions League. Before that, you were always limited to who you could buy, who you could not buy, because don't forget, players also don't want to go to a team that's not in Champions League. If you don't make Champions League, not only it's not about the money, it's also about players saying, how many players have rejected us over the years?
Sole, the rising sun.
Yeah.
Every time I think about
never mind with Spalletti. To be honest with you, I would have took Spalletti over Giampaolo any day of the week. I don't know why
they didn't go for. Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember hearing people saying, "Yeah, he's a maestro." Like, don't ever say the word maestro and Giampaolo in the same sentence.
Please, okay, that's okay. Let's not finish the night with a bad tone because I get pissed off every time I hear that guy. Yeah. So to finish it up, Thursday. What do you think?
I'm hoping they tie with goals so that we could go to San Siro and park the bus and try to get out of there. Maybe a 1-1, 2-2, something like that we could score. We need to score goals there.
I think we gotta go and score one out there and hoping for no more injuries. I'm seriously hoping that nobody gets injured running behind everybody out there. That's what I'm hoping. By the way, can we travel to England? Is the game going to be there? Because there was, remember, like a few weeks ago, like Arsenal had to play like in Bucharest. Like some teams had to play outside of because of the COVID situation.
Oh, I don't know. As far as I know, I mean, then that would have happened. That would happen with City and Manchester United today, no?
Yeah, I'm checking here. That's one of those interesting things. No, they're playing in Old Trafford. Yeah, they're playing. All right. Well, I say, yeah.
Maybe we get some.
Rigore.
No, we didn't get a rigore this time, but maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get some memory. Maybe Maldini will bring some fairy dust from 2003.
Oh my God!
It will be in the same stadium as when we beat Juve.
Oh my goodness! Get the goosebumps of that. Such a beautiful day. It's amazing.
The only good thing about playing Manchester United is trying to get that taste in your mouth of the good old European nights.
Of course, I remember Kaká just running all over, man. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. I hope we get out of there without a goal against. I mean, make it 2-2 or 1-1. I mean, whatever. But I don't want it. I don't want to be up against the score coming up home. That's really what I'm hoping. Yeah. If it's a 0-0, I'm out. I'm happy. So, for those of you who watch us tonight, thank you guys. They said Giancarlo was out doing baby work. Thanks, Pepe. That was great. I'm happy we put some stuff out there. Yeah. Get the thick skin going. Explaining this stuff.
I got to get bent a little more. I mean, without him here, because otherwise it would have been like a back and forth with him. You would have just been there with your popcorn eating.
Grande podcast de la minchia.
Okay, Thursday night. We could do that Thursday night because I'm sure.
Thursday night we're gonna be here, guys. Definitely, it's gonna be another conversation. I'm hoping to see you everybody here. So till then, Forza Milan, sempre ovunque. Good to see you guys. Take care. Have a great week. Okay.
Bye, guys.